Come on, yo. Come on, yo. The slant. Slant. All right, Paulie, let's go.
The great song Pachuco from the band Maldita Vecindad. That album, good Lord, that album's like, it's a little old. As one of my favorite albums from the 90s. Saxophone player Saxo has passed away a couple of days ago. I have not had a chance to do a video on him. So I wanted to pay our tributes now to the great saxophonist Saxo of the band Maldita Vecindad. He passed away only 52. But here's one of the last videos he put out. I want to make sure. Is there sound? I want to make sure you guys can hear. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this video. Thanks, guys. That's kind of funny. Maybe we'll play that. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Let me know right now, chat, if we should play some bloopers from Mr. Iglesias. Because I have it ready. Okay, let's officially start the show, and then you get to we'll get going. Alrighty. Everyone have a funky good time tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The Slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's go.
All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Where'd I go?
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? What's happening, everybody? My name is Paulie. This is the Latino Slant. No, I'm not a bot. Yes, I am a person. And to everyone for the first time here on the live show, welcome. This is your show. We're here live every week, a couple times a week, and it's been a fun, exciting time for this channel. If you are new to the channel, and I know there are some guys in the chat right now that are brand spanking new, we have great interviews from actors, from musicians. We got musical performances. We have movie and film reviews, TV, everything you can think of. All connecting it is that they're either Latinos or of the Latino culture, which is why it's the Latino Slant. So cool. How you guys doing? Some excited people here. We got some Fabrizio fans, and he is in the house. And so you also have said that, yeah, you guys want to see the bloopers. Hey, Fab, I haven't seen the bloopers yet, so maybe we'll watch them together. Yeah, we'll watch them together. Let me bring on one of my buddies, correspondents, to talk about Maldita Vecindad. And he just interviewed right now in the backstage. We did the Spanish interview for our sister channel that's going to be launching. Joined by Pablito. It's Paulie and Paulie. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, everyone. ¿Cómo vamos? Yeah, I did the interview. It was great. Thanks for the opportunity. And man,
What a cultured, well-rounded young dude this guy is.
yeah. No, he knows about a lot of things, and his Spanish is pristine, is spectacular.
I don't even know if what as far as Latino background he is. I don't know if they're. Give us a nod in the background. You guys aren't Mexican, are you? Oh, he is. Okay, that got me. I thought why did I think for some reason they were like, from Latin, from like South America. Oh man. All right. Well, that's all good. All right. Let's say hello to some people in the chat, and then I want to get to the story regarding Saxo. Brianna L is here. Hola, Brianna. First time. Ooga Booga. I mean, that's a great handle.
Yeah.
Your handle's pretty good. Geek Tropology, but Ooga Booga, and then we have a new member, Krusty Moco.
Oh, ¿cómo vamos, Moco?
Heart Tehani Bustos. Hello, Heart. And
Hello.
of course, the chat just jumped. All right, that's gonna happen. The more people, the more. Alex James is here. Hola, Alex. Good to see you guys. Yeah, just say hello, guys, and we'll say hello back. Jennifer's here. También Daniela. And wait a minute. Yadi Sanchez, first time here, came from Fab's Instagram story. Yay!
Hey, welcome.
Welcome. So we're gonna bring him on very shortly. He's taking a little dinner break. But we did have a some heartbreaking news out of Mexico, and I didn't get around to do a video, but I wanted to talk about. Did I get rid of? No, is that me? That's me. I got rid of the story. There you go. Saxo from the band Maldita. I played a couple of his songs. 52, man. 52.
I was looking for photos of a concert they did near me.
Mm-hmm.
But, I can't seem to find them. But
Mhm.
man, I have heard about La Maldita Vecindad since I was a kid. My sister used to hear them. And well, at that time, I was a bit more into other kind of music.
Mhm.
Then when I got to puberty and I got to my adolescence, I started loving them. And I mean, it was La Maldita Vecindad, Manu Chao, La Rocola Bacalao from Ecuador. That was the bands that I was hearing all the time. And
Yeah.
man, this is a bit heartbreaking to my adolescence.
Yeah. You know, and for me, you know, Maldita is always gonna be my gateway band as far as rock en español. My gateway drug to rock en español was
Yeah.
Maldita Vecindad. And over the years, I've seen them so many times. I've interviewed them so many times. Saxo, full name, which I never knew. Eulalio, is that how am I saying that right?
Eulalio?
Eulalio Cervantes,
Yep.
virtuoso saxophonist, dead at 52. He was
Man.
one of the founding members of Maldita Vecindad. Complications due to COVID. Now, I do know that for the last few years, he's had some major health issues, and that when you have major health issues, that's never good. During this past year, Saxo was born in San Luis Potosí. Began his career at the early age of 11, playing saxophone and clarinet in a youth orchestra. After playing local events and parties, he moved to Mexico City in the mid-'80s, where he eventually became a founding member of Maldita Vecindad. I just learned how to do this, so let me take advantage. Where he eventually became a founding member of it compromised Rocco, the band Rocco, Saxo, Pato, Aldo, Pacho, Tiki, and Lobito. Now, their second album, El Circo, was in 1991. I always forget that it was produced by Gustavo Santolaya, who's like Mr. Prolific rock en español in himself. So yeah, any thoughts there?
What can I say, man?
Mm-hmm.
Guess he's now rocking Circo in heaven. Or well, he was a rock star, maybe not in heaven, but we all know he is enjoying whatever he is. And man,
here's a tweet from Café Tacuba, Bien Viaje. You know,
Buen
you want to
viaje.
read that for us?
Yeah. Buen viaje, sax, música oficial. Trascender y florecer. Hoy dejaste el gran circo de esta ciudad. And yeah, man, circo. That's the one that hurts, because you know what? That's the one that was always when I was drunk.
yeah. That's a real thing, man. You know, that's a you know,
Just to
that's a
give
real thing.
a background how it was music here in Latin America. There was this huge bar that used to play almost only rock, with some exceptions. Manu Chao, for example, that was there. That is not rock. La Maldita Vecindad is not rock. It is more like a mix of. It is not exactly rap, right? it has a lot of punk, it has a lot of ska, it has a lot of mix throughout the whole albums. And it is the only part that we use LED because it was great to get drunk to that music. And that is the point. There's some music that you need to hear when you are sober, when you are completely wasted. Go into a mosh pit that is being made by removing the chairs, removing the tables, and just going wild. First of all, I miss being young. And second of all,
You miss, well, you know what? Everyone has their one shot.
trust me, my one shot was a
I'm
lot
sure you had a
of
great time.
tequila, a lot of pájaro azul, a lot. I was not a sober kid, and I'm almost proud of it.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I want to tell everyone in the chat, welcome. If this is your first time, say hello to some of the people who hang out with us all the time. Just know the red shirt, El Ramos, Clobbering Times, Snow Dub. What's up, Snow Dub? Hail.
Hola, mis amigos.
Yeah.
Hey, just another red shirt and Clobbering Times are awesome.
Yeah, these are good people, and you know, we like to call each other Slantinos. You don't have to be a Latino to be a Slantino, and so you know, that's our little thing here. So thank you guys for being here. Please say hello, and der Herku Monkey. Hey, doctor. I can't. How do you say that name? Herku Monkey, right? I'm saying it right. Okay, well, let's see. You know, everyone's been waiting, so let's not, you know, keep them waiting, because this is an impressive young man, and we're honored to have him here. You gonna hang out with us for a little while, Pablito?
Yeah, sure. And man, if we got the bloopers, I will kill to see them.
Oh yeah, let's do the bloopers with you. Then you can,
yes,
you know, whatever. All right, here you go, guys. The actor from Mr. Iglesias show, Fabricio.
Hey everybody, how we doing?
Hey.
I'm gonna peep the comments really quick, because you were explaining to me like how I'd nail this.
So if you have a YouTube window,
hello.
You have a YouTube window open? Do you?
I'm not sure if I have a YouTube window open, but I have something to the side that it seems like comments are flooding into.
Right.
I had it open on my phone earlier.
Okay, so the StreamYard right now, which is the interface that we're on, we're watching comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but then you can open up your own separate window, a YouTube window, to the live link and chat anytime. Am I correct?
Chat back.
Can you guys chat through StreamYard? Can you guys?
See if you can. I think you need to go to YouTube to actually write comments on.
Okay, here, I'm gonna give you the link. Do you see where it says private chat?
Yeah.
Okay, here. So
would I have to sign into my own YouTube to like basically answer?
I mean,
like
if you want to answer as you, it would, yeah.
I would love to. I don't even know where to begin with my password for that. You
know what?
So
you know what? And that could be a whole show where you're just answering to everybody. So why don't we just do this? Why don't we just I'll do the crowd control.
Okay.
And you know, but let's we'll say hello to you guys in a minute. But welcome, young man. What's up, brother?
Thank you. I'm doing well, you know, enjoying my day. You know, I just got off talking with Paulito, and you know, you were in there a little bit. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling at home.
Awesome. Yeah, great Spanish. He you know, I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, your Spanish is, dude, seriously, you gotta do something in Spanish.
Yes, that's something I really would want to do, actually. And I didn't even mention that, but yeah, I would absolutely love to.
So from what I gathered, you started really early
Yeah.
as a child actor
Mhm.
with your mom with the teatro. How did you get from there to um, World War Z, where you played Tomas?
Well, like you said, I had started off in just being around the theater. And every now and then I would like have a small part in some of the plays there at the theater that my mom was working at, and
Mhm.
her friends would come in and out. And being that they're artists into the arts, it was like theater and filmmaking is kind of like a natural process to gravitate towards. So a lot of filmmakers were coming in just because of the appreciation, or a lot of people from the theater were going into film at the time.
Mhm.
And uh they were doing a lot of short films, and they would ask my mom like, hey, can we use Fab in our film? We need a
Mhm.
kid, and he'd be perfect. And my mom was like, well, let me ask him. And they asked me, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to do it.
Mhm.
Game. And I loved being on set. I loved what it was to recreate a movie and just play pretend as a kid. Basically, it's what it is, and that's still what it is for me. uh you know I told my mom I wanted to pursue it, and I wanted to make a career out of it at a young age. And she was like, well, you have to get started somewhere. Let's get you started in commercials. Let's get you a commercial agent, and you can start going out for commercials. Started going out for products here in the U.S., and stuff
Mhm.
like McDonald's and other products. And then eventually, my commercial agent was like, "Hey, I'd love to take you on uh, theatrically, which means for film, and send you out for TV." And I must have
Other
been
than
11.
commercials,
Other than
other than commercials,
commercial,
right?
yeah, it was like, I think that you've been in front of the camera, you're familiar with being on set. I'd love to start to send you out theatrically. I said, all right, I'd love to do that. Like that was
Mhm.
the goal. Then my agent started sending me out, and I remember, I think like for one of the first things I had gotten was Grey's Anatomy, and I was like
Mm.
11. I was like 11, and I was there for like a day to do this episode,
Mhm.
and I had a great time. And I was enjoying myself, and I really had no end goal at the time. I just wanted to continue to do it, and I enjoyed being on set. And later on, I got this audition for World War Z. Went into Paramount, into the lot at Paramount, and
Mhm.
uh, before I knew it, I was on my way to the UK to
Wow.
shoot a movie. Yeah, it was the first time I had ever been on a plane, ever left like the United States, other than
Uh-huh.
Mexico. And it was super exciting. It was a huge set, and uh, I was super impressed. And I feel like I didn't understand the magnitude. I remember being on set at one
Mhm.
point and being like, hey, is this, I was so used to the independent side of things, and
Mhm. Total
movies just
opposite.
circulating a festival. And this was
Right.
like a blank check basically that Paramount tossed at World War
Mhm.
Z. And I remember being on set and being like, hey, is this movie going to be in the movie theater? And one of the PAs turned around and was like, I have two words for you, Brad Pitt. And I was like, okay. And even then I was like, is
Yeah.
this movie going to be in the
You
movie
didn't answer
theater?
my
And
question.
then,
Right. Right.
yeah. So it was an incredible experience,
Well,
unforgettable.
what was funny because when I ran into you guys a couple months ago in Whittier, and then we were like, trying to get you on the show. And thank you for being patient, and thank you so much. Um, it didn't dawn on me that you were Tomas until the other day read your bio again. I knew you, but and I was like, wait a minute. And then of course I looked up the movie. I'm like, oh my God, he was so little.
Yeah, I feel like from 11 to 21, a lot changes in
Yeah.
10 years.
That's
So
right. You're
I
21
don't
now.
blame you. Yeah, yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's. A lot of people are saying hello. So let me run through these, and then you
Yep.
can say hi to each one if you want, or whatever you'd like to do. Okay, we got Alicia Torres,
Hey, Alicia Torres. Hi, Fab.
got
Hey, Fabi.
Heart Tehani Bustos,
Heart.
Jennifer Cardenas,
Hey, Jennifer.
Daniela.
Hey, Daniela.
Oh, this thing jumped on me. Wow, we're trying to get everybody.
Oh,
Brianna.
thank you, Brianna. Oh my goodness! If you guys are coming from I heard someone said they were coming from my story. I just want to say like I appreciate the support and you guys coming to watch me. That's awesome.
Alicia, love from the Philippines.
Oh, I'd
pretty
love to
cool.
go to the Philippines.
Yeah. Ooga Booga. Hey Fab, I love you. Do you like my user handle?
It's so catchy. It could be a song. I mean, I could picture that being a hit on the radio tomorrow.
Yeah.
Money AB Tomas.
Our boy Snowda. Wow, where was he? That's cool. Yeah. That was
Hello,
hella
Snowda.
cool. Hella cool. Okay, well, let me see. All right, everyone's talking to each other. Okay, we'll pause it there. So tell us about how you landed the role of Mikey
Yeah.
Gutierrez. Such a great character, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a lot of range, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm barely through. I'm in the middle of season 2. Where you're with the Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, I can't wait. Because they're giving you a little more to do. But from the bits that I've seen, the entire season 1, and then part of season 2, you've got range, my friend.
Thank you. You. That character's really been like my heart and soul. Like I love Mikey. I love what I've done with Mikey. I'm so proud, and I really can say that I've had so much fun. Probably like it's unbelievable how much fun I've had with that character, and I'm just so proud of who Mikey is and how that just flourished in the writer's room and came about, and the love and the respect they had for that character.
Megan says so many people start on Grace. Super cool.
Yeah. There's been some great people on Grace.
All right, great. So we're caught up. So a lot of people are just kind of like saying the same thing, which is wonderful, and we're glad you're all here. So how did you get? How did you? It was as far as the process of getting that role. How did that all happen?
Well, I auditioned for the role. I remember this. This was like 2 years ago. I went in to read. I must have gone like 3 times. I went in for the audition, and then it was a callback, and there were some writers and producers there, and then they said, "Hey, just some backstory. I am a huge fan of Fluffy. I've been a huge fan of Fluffy since I was a kid. Like,
sure.
So I was over the moon, and then I get a call, and they say, "Hey, Fab, you got to come in for a chemistry read with Gabriel Iglesias. You got to come in for a chemistry read with Gabriel Iglesias." And
putting you up on the big screen, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. I was kind of nervous. What a chemistry read is, for anyone that doesn't know, is basically they bring me in a room with Gabe or any other actor that and they want to see if we could work opposite each other well. It's one thing to deliver the lines to someone who's reading, another thing to deliver the lines opposite Gabe and feed off each other and see how that would go, right? So I step into the room, I do my audition with Gabe, and then the casting director asks, "Are you good?" to Gabe. She goes, "Yeah. Anything else?" And then I go, "No." And then Gabe looks at me and he goes, "Wow, you're a confident one." And I go, "Yeah." And then I exit the room and I go, "Oh crap, what did he mean? What did he mean by that? Like, did I do a terrible job?" And I was on my way off the lot and I was like, "What? Like, what did I do? I need to go back in there. I need to run back in that room." And I was like, I was so ready to be like, "Hey, we should do some improv. We should do this, and this. Let me show you what I can do." And, by the time I had made up my mind, I thought I'd blown my shot. And I was like, by the time I made up my mind, I was already off the lot. I had one pass to go in. Security wasn't going to let me in again. Even though the security at the lot was super cool. And from day one, he always wished me luck. So to go back there and see him every day was just, it was the best. But, I'd walked off the lot. I went off to the side and I just thought about it, and I thought I'd blown my shot. And, I was like, you need to stop complaining and appreciate that you just acted across one of your heroes. And, that moment just kind of switched. Being that I've been in it for so long, I'm so used to rejection. This one I thought hurt a little more because I had such an appreciation for Gabe. But then it was like, it's just like anything else. Only you got a chance to meet Gabe. And I'd say a couple days later, I get a call and they're like, "Hey, they love you. Like, you're on the show." And it was a beautiful moment.
That's killer, man. I mean, that's like a 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't realize, as far as just the competition and the callbacks and then doing it, and then to do something so intimate like that, as far as the callback with Fluffy. Yeah. So it's already 3 seasons in.
Yeah.
Correct, right? You guys just dropped season 3.
Well, it's first season, and then our second season is broken into 2 parts, I guess. So
that's
it had 2 drops. So you had part one of season 2, and then part 2 of season 2. Yeah.
Okay, great. There's people in the chat. So Brianna wants to know what's the deal with Marisol? By the way, I ship you guys. I don't know what that shipping means.
Ship, it means like relationship. It's short for relationship. I see you in relationship with each other.
Look at this. Yeah, you don't have to answer any personal questions, bro. But
aren't you in the friend zone with her?
I am not in the friend zone. No.
Okay. So
with the character,
I meant that.
I was like, whoa, great! I'm about to set the internet on fire here. Yeah.
I'm talking about Marisol.
Yeah.
What? What a great. First, let me back up, because what a great cast you're a part of. Man, these guys are amazing. From
the delivery and the chemistry that you have with everyone. Man, it's amazing. The way each other back up the line, back up the joke. I love it.
Yeah.
Young and old, right? Because they even got the coach, the actor Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. That guy is hilarious, man.
He's hilarious. He is.
Oh my God,
one of the funniest people on set. I mean, I feel like I could say that about everyone. Truly, I'm always like, that's the funniest person on set. But everyone is really funny. It's just everyone has their own style of how they do things. And God, I remember the first time he came in onto our show and he did his first scene during a rehearsal, and it was something special to watch. I mean, I've been present throughout many of the scenes, and it's just something very special to watch.
Awesome. Well, we have a question on the chat. If we are getting a season 4.
What do we? Oh yeah. What's
I can't say.
Okay,
I couldn't tell you.
Wait a minute. They didn't they just barely announce season 3?
I'd say a couple months ago. Yeah.
Right. So you haven't done season 3 yet, or are you filming that? I'm confused.
Oh, I think. Well, I think they're considering part 2 of season 2 like a season 3, and then
that's why I said
4. Right.
Okay, all right. So yeah. As of right now,
4, as of right now, I don't. Yeah.
You cannot confirm nor deny. Okay,
no, can't confirm nor deny. I mean, so much is going on right now. We work with a live studio audience, and it'd be a whole other show.
Okay. Well, hopefully soon, you can get some people, safely back in, because I know they're going to start with the sports events and all that stuff. Yeah, cool. Jennifer wants to know, who is your favorite person to work with?
My favorite person to work with. Oh, that's honestly like asking me if I have a favorite family member, favorite cousin.
That's not fair, right?
When I'm so close to everyone.
It's unfair, but someone will grease the wheels, you know.
Yeah. And it's tough, because there's some people I really like to work with in scenes, and some people it's like when they say cut, I like to be around those. I like to be around those people.
Oh, interesting. That's all you got to say. You don't have to name names, because you don't want to hurt. We don't want to hurt Jacob's feelings because we all know Jacob is a.
I love Jacob. I love.
I've known Jacob for a long time.
He's someone who I enjoy being in scenes with, and I didn't have enough of. But also someone that like I'll sit and talk to, like when I have no business being on set, and they say cut, and Jacob goes off to sit. Like that's who I love to sit and talk to.
And you know what's funny is his character, Shorty. I mean, there's so many great characters in this darn TV show, man. You know, Adriel, can you show your hamster? Hello.
No,
my hamster Bello.
Oh, Bello.
Yeah. I think they spelled it wrong.
Here we go.
Hamster Bello. Yeah. I cannot show my hamster Bello. He's across the house. I'd have to get him out, and he's probably sleeping because they're nocturnal.
That's cool.
He'll be up at 11.
Let's take one more. Jesse Serpas says, yo, Fabrizio, what's up, man? How do you keep your craft sharp and fresh during this pandemic?
Well, thankfully, I've had stuff that I've been able to work on, and I was able to work on a film during the pandemic. But also, when I'm not working on scripts or sides or for auditions that have been sent in my way, I've gotten into picking up like plays from online, online scripts, and I'll take whatever script, like The Outsiders. I had The Outsiders the other night, and I just worked on that for a little bit. And there's so many great characters in The Outsiders that I just kind of am able to play around with. And, that's what I do. I also, I try to study the TV I watch. I'm not able to go to class right now. I'm not able to really interact with anyone. And I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I could do a whole Zoom class. It just wouldn't feel so different. But
right.
I'm still very, very busy with things that are coming my way. But in my free time, when I do decide to work on my craft, it's been more script inclined.
Let's take one more question, and then we'll talk about your future project coming up. Sarah Zimmerman, would the producers of Mr. Iglesias consider doing an episode where the kids are on Zoom?
Yes. Yeah, they would consider it.
It's being considered.
They would consider it.
Okay, that will be... Actually, I can see that, and I can see that working, to be honest.
Yeah, they would definitely consider it. The kids, everyone, yeah.
So yeah, I can see... I can see shenanigans going on the backgrounds. I will actually love an episode like that.
So, Fabi, I hear that you have a film coming up.
Yeah.
And it's a horror film?
Yeah, and I feel so fortunate to be able to do that, because it's like I started it prior to the pandemic, and we got shut down halfway through finishing the film, and then the restrictions came in, and we were able to do it again. We got back to work, but like a couple months later, so I was able to do it. So I just felt so fortunate to be able to work during the pandemic, to get this finished when so much stuff was just being kind of cut because it was so risky. Amazon and Blumhouse kept a really safe environment, and I mean they were on me. I was just by myself. Everyone was in their own lane. There was so many changes, unlike anything I had ever seen. Like food was being served individually. You couldn't really have contact with anyone outside of the scenes. It was just such a different world, but we were able to get it done. And I really had so much fun, and I learned a lot, and really test you, really test you as a person, when you're having to do a scene and you're in New Orleans and it's humid as can be, and you have a face, a covering on and a face shield on, and they have to retouch your makeup every time because you keep taking and putting on the mask and the shield for the scene. So it's like every time it's a different world. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's called Black as Night. It is a vampire horror flick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dude, how fun is that? Jeez.
Oh, this one is so much fun. I mean, I had so much fun in my cast.
Mhm.
I can't wait for everyone to watch this and meet the cast because they're talented. Our lead is so talented, and it was beautiful to watch Asia Cooper at work. Like she wowed me. She's someone that I love being in scenes with and love being. When they say cut, who I don't think I've laughed that much in a while. Like those people, they were a blast. They were a blast. New Orleans was so kind to me, and I love every single one of those people. Our director, everyone on that set. I had an amazing time.
Any details as far as your character that you can tell us about in the film?
Well, I think a lot of the characters that I've played are very, in a way, different from me, but they all have a piece of me. I'm very proud of this character, and I had a lot of fun doing this character. I won't get too specific with it because I think it's a huge part of the story and my character's journey within the script. I'd really be giving it away, honestly. So
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, until I get further instructions on what I can and can't say. As of now, it's a vampire movie, and
fair enough.
Yeah.
So Fabrizio, Fabi, actors get a bad rep. They're in a bubble. They're elitist. They're they're in their own world. They got it so good. What's the biggest misconception of actors, that people have of the actor's life? In your opinion?
Well, I could definitely see a lot of that being true. I won't deny it. A lot of that can be true, and it's just I feel like to some people it's the extremes that it's all they know. It's a very difficult career, and you're tapping into so many different energy within yourself and so many places within yourself that you never thought you'd be in, that it can be disconnecting at times. It's hard to find yourself when you're being everyone else. So I think it's really important to stay grounded. I think actors are at the core, they're really empathetic people, though. They are very sensitive people, I come to find, and you have to be. As far as being secluded and stuff, I can see that happening. But I also know that it's very important, and actors go out of their way to really be a part of the world, because the more they know about the world around them, the better they can be in their own work. I find that sometimes as an actor, it's very hard to separate your work life from your personal life, and you feel like your work life is your personal life. So it can be a struggle, and that'll lead to being secluded and being in your bubble, and just you lose touch with societal norms and stuff. But I just find that it's you have to stay grounded and being able to separate the two, and it's the hard part because it's very demanding work, but it's really important if you want to stay healthy.
Let's shift gears for a second, and I'll come back to some
while
more
we are in
questions.
a small break, dude, I just fall into the weirdest rabbit hole of my life. La Maldita Vecindad, while I was off the stream, I was searching for my old playlist. I went from La Maldita Vecindad to El Tri, Alex Lora.
Oh yeah, sure.
To Los Toreros Muertos.
Don't know them.
You gotta hear them. They are amazing. And man, now I'm in the Cuarteto de Nos. Those are great bands. I can't, for the love of my life, remember the names of every single person on the bands, but I can remember every single song and what I was drinking while I was hearing it. So it's weird. And man, just, you know what? Maybe people don't appreciate the amount of energy that we got into rock through the 90s and 2000s in Latin America. But if you went to any concert, to any place, you will see metalheads like me, long hair, dress all in black with chains and stuff. And even though we were looking terrible and maybe even dangerous, huge quote marks there, because I was a fat kid with, I didn't look dangerous at all. But
Okay.
dude, that scene with everyone, and most of these people are geeks. Most of them are into Caballeros del Zodiaco, into Messenger, into El Señor de los Anillos, Lord of the Rings. My cousin that used to go to other countries to the metal concerts, he went to La Maldita Vecindad on Colombia, and he took photos with everyone on the band, and it was amazing. I envy that. And if you saw him, you see a tall guy, blonde with a steep beard, a lot of muscles, and the guy will sit down and talk to you about the Lord of the Rings with the most amicable face you can ever imagine. How crazy it is that metalheads, we used to go to the shows looking like ravenous beings, and we were teddy bears inside.
Of course. That's it. Is that your story?
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna connect to Fabricio.
No, I just fell to a rabbit hole of music.
I'm just playing with you, man. I'm just playing. Rockeros, they got the look, but then inside, they're all, most of them are all squishy and cuddly.
Maybe
so
like
we got
a vampire. So there's your connection.
There's a connection. Have you seen these bloopers? I have not. Fabi.
No.
I've seen the bloopers, yeah.
All right. Well, people want to see them, so let's watch a little bit, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gang. Since really out the gate.
I sent up the back.
Oh, she's great.
Okay. Oh, I love.
Everybody, suck it in. Suck it in.
Suck it in.
All different coverage. How fat am I? Where I need multiple cameras? We got to cover him. Cover him. It's a lot of green. It's like a Mexican forest.
How much of his dialogue is improvised?
So much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So much. Oh yeah. Live taping is when Gabe lets it rip. I mean, he behaves all week, but at the live taping, you put him in front of an audience, and the producers don't. They to Gabe, it's like, no, it's the audience that Gabe is there for it, and he loves that.
It's a high, no?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, and a lot of it stays.
Rolling the ballage. Let me think of But my kids are so close to the.
And thus conclude.
That was from season 1.
My fiance Danny gave me these.
Yep.
My fiance Dan. Oh wow.
Yes. I tried what you. We were so close.
Ray, what are you?
This guy's a great actor. I remember him in one of the Rocky movies.
Yeah, and I love the principal too. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When she goes historical on the show, I love her.
Sorry, I gotta plug in my laptop.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries. Let's keep watching while he plugs in the laptop. No problem.
Gabe.
Yes, Lawrence. Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Oh, Maggie. Oh, your name's not Maggie?
My
Oh.
name's Abby.
A great
Hey,
cast.
these fake drinks are strong.
Well, how do we convince Mr. Hayward that? Oh, you're Mr. Hayward. Sorry. One more time.
Oh, hey, Maggie. No, that's your real name.
That's your real name.
Amy, you want to take a run at this?
Amy.
Amy. Wait, can I get you to say that again?
The warmth as it hits my chest, that pain go by my skin.
You know, that warmth as it hit my chest. That.
Now, let's talk about Stanford.
She's great.
Yeah.
Are you back
Man,
with
the
us,
whole-
Bobby? Yeah. How is it working with her, man? Because so much of her characters, you know, your interaction and your long arc of just being in love with this person.
Yeah, Cree she's the best. I mean, like, just I'm with her like every day. When we're on set, and we're just so comfortable with one another. Like, they really couldn't have chosen anyone better to be opposite. Like, I'm so fortunate every time I get to work with her, and she's always on it. Rarely does she make any. You won't see her much in the bloopers, because she's so good, and she's funny. People love her, and she's her character is really important in the show, and she's an essential piece of what keeps the show moving.
Dude, let me tell you, the chemistry you both have, is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
Oh, Miguel Nunez, man. Jeez, we haven't talked about Miguel. Wow.
Oscar.
Sorry, him too. Oscar.
Hey, today I mixed Brad Pitt and
Tom Cruise.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we are
right.
good.
I heard that. Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So, Gabrielle sent out a tweet last week in regards to cancel culture and Speedy Gonzalez. I don't know if you're privy to this, if we checked it out.
I had heard about it. I didn't see it,
Mhm.
but I heard it around the house, and I heard it
Mhm.
mentioned around, just from people that I was
Mhm.
around, but I didn't check it or anything. But yeah, if you want to talk about it, you want to explain to me what's going on.
Well, I mean, very quickly,
Yeah.
there was a New York Times op-ed that came after Speedy Gonzalez, calling it a corrosive stereotype.
Oh,
And last Saturday, Gabe on his official Twitter basically said, "I'm the voice of Speedy in the new Space Jam. Are you going to cancel me? You can't cancel what you can't catch, because I'm the fastest mouse in all of Mexico." A great tweet.
Ándale, arriba.
Yeah. And obviously, you know him more than we do. That made me respect him even more to kind of just stand up to the silliness and just like,
Yes.
this is a good character. Da, 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 da. I don't know. I just wanted to get, if you had thoughts on it. If not,
Hey, I think we all know how important the first Space Jam was. That movie will stand the test of time. So to have Gabe be Speedy Gonzalez, I've been a fan of Gabe forever. The Looney Tunes are so important. So to have Gabe be a part of that Space Jam thing, I think that's really cool. It's an opportunity that was given to Gabe, and he took it. And if I'm being honest, I think Gabe will really do it justice. He's a master when it comes to voiceover, and he's hilarious. And I actually don't know a whole lot about Speedy. So if anyone wants to fill me in, I know enough, and I know what I've seen, just here and there. But I also watched the Looney Tunes at a different time. It wasn't like the old Looney Tunes; it was new Looney Tunes. But if there's something and I don't know, if anyone wants to fill me in, by all means, DM me, let me know your thoughts. But I remember watching Speedy, and he had like he owned a restaurant, and he was always like giving the other Looney Tunes advice. Like he was really wise and stuff. So I never saw Speedy as anything bad. I went to like a vintage shop or something, and I saw a Pez Speedy Gonzalez dispenser, and I gravitated towards it. And I was like, that's so cool. Like I think it's so cool that there's like this little Mexican mouse in the Looney Tunes. I personally, I thought it was cool, and I felt like, it's a cartoon at the end of the day. I know cartoons have been very harmful in other places throughout history. But it never once crossed my mind that Speedy was something negative. So again, if someone knows facts about Speedy that I don't, or maybe I'm just not seeing it yet, by all means, feel free to go and hit me up in my DMs. But I don't know. I feel like I hope they wouldn't take Gabe out of Space Jam, and
no way.
I feel like if we watch Space Jam, I feel like we're gonna have a good time watching Gabe.
Well, so I did a video just kind of backing him up and everything, and it kind of caught on fire. Like it's over like almost 7,000 views, and for my little channel, that's like big, right? And every comment was, first of all, I love Fluffy, right? And don't cancel Speedy. I'm Mexicano. I'm this. I'm Puerto Rican, Latin American. I'm white. Everyone loves Speedy.
There. Exactly, I wanted to go there. I'm Ecuadorian. I live in Ecuador. My childhood was watching Speedy Gonzalez, was watching the Looney Tunes on Canal 10. And man, seeing Speedy, even though he's Mexican, he's not Ecuadorian, but that sense of he's speaking Spanish and he's saying things like órale or ándale, ándale is something that my grandmother will say to me all the time. So hearing that and having him there, and he was badass. The ways he escaped from death, from certain death.
Always.
And he just laughed it off. He was cool as F. I loved Speedy Gonzalez. And now hearing that in the United States, they consider him a negative stereotype. Well, that was not an stereotype for me. That was just a bit of what Latin America is there. Just a droplet of that. And having him there was really important for me. It was not about him being, it's not the same if you are Colombian, that if you are Mexican, if you are Ecuadorian, if you are Venezuelan. But every single one of us loved having Speedy there. And I want to see him in more. I want to see Speedy in more. And Fluffy is great as the voice of Speedy. So,
well, I think it speaks to his character too. That Gabriel sent the tweet with a lot of taste and tact. But I think it runs in the veins of comedians. There's a certain line that like you just don't cross, because comedians just kind of just don't give. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Fabricio, like the life that they lead.
Yeah,
they're different. They're different creative animals.
You're 100% right, and comedians are very opinionated people, and they many times build careers on their opinions, and they'll tell you how it is in their perspective. So, again, I'm personally excited to see what Gabe does with it, and I'm excited to see Speedy.
Awesome,
I think.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's we got a couple more minutes. Why don't we see, people in the chat, if you have a couple of more questions, Fabi, would you be cool to answer some questions from these guys?
Please, cool. Yes.
Grecia Perez
Grecia.
says, what is your favorite episode of Mr. Iglesias and why? I love you. I just like reading those.
My favorite episode of Mr. Iglesias. Again, it comes back to like having to choose a family member. It's like having to choose my favorite kid. Each week is just so exciting. I really liked. I had a lot of fun with the dance at the end of season 2.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will get there soon. Trust me.
All right.
That one was
good.
a lot of fun because it was the first. I think it was the first episode where all of us were together in one room. Every character from the series was all
cool
in one space, and it was very. I mean, you mix the young people, which are us, and the adults, the kids and the teachers. When they say cut, it's something else. The adults are acting more like kids than the kids, and again, Oscar Nunez is hilarious.
Not Miguel.
Not Miguel.
What do you love about Mickey? Asked Daniela.
Mikey.
Sorry, Mikey.
It's okay.
Mikey Gutierrez.
What I love about Mikey. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite things from the start was when I heard that it was going to take place in Long Beach. I love that there was a show that was capturing an essence of Southern California culture, Latinx culture in Southern California. And I was so ready to be a part of something like that and infuse that authenticity into the character. I love how sweet of a person Mikey is. He is a puppy, he's a puppy and he's in love and he really comes from his heart. So I really admire that in Mikey. And it's so comfortable for me to be in that space. And again, I felt so fortunate to be in a place where it was like we had this Southern California Latinx culture that even people outside of Southern California could relate to. But it was just special to have streets mentioned or neighborhoods mentioned throughout the show in which I knew, and I just felt very connected to the character.
Megan asks, I heard you made a poster of you and Marisol. Is that true? If so, can we see it? And I think this connects to Brianna. Fab, did you get to keep anything from the show? Like maybe the poster you made for Marisol?
Oh, okay. They're talking about a poster that my character made for Marisol. There's an episode in season 2 where we're sitting down at the table and we're talking about, our goals and stuff. And Marisol happens to be, on my goal board, on my visualization board, or whatever it is. I did not make that. That was props. And I did not keep it. I don't know how Cree would feel about me keeping a poster with her face everywhere. That's not your typical like souvenir that you take from the show.
Well, depends. The kind of people you are, and if you have a band that says Candy. Okay, sorry, bad joke.
And Elisa asks, and there's actually 2 connecting questions. What else have you been up to since the pandemic started? And how has your mental health been during this pandemic? Which I think these are great questions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I've been at home so much, and I try to make an effort to go outside and like interact with nature and whatnot. Like I've been trying to go for walks. I go to the park. I'm trying to get active. Like every now and then I'll take my skateboard out of the garage and do that. I love driving. So I've been going for drives, meeting up with friends to go for drives, whether they're in their cars, I'm in mine, and we'll drive through the canyons or drive out to places. I also have a lot of friends that are actors. So when I can, they get tested, or I get tested and we're able to meet up, and a friend of mine has like rapid tests that he'll get done, and we'll be able to go over in a small group, and that's been beautiful to do. I've been reading a whole lot during the pandemic, which has been great. You know, just being able to catch up on reading. I did get a chance to travel, you know, when I did the film. It was, you know, obviously under heavy restriction during the time that I was at work. But I also, you know, have taken small road trips with a couple friends of mine, which have really been the highlights. But other than that, it's been trying to be at home and getting my stuff done from home, and being really creative here at home, whether it be drawing, assembling like you know, art pieces or painting, and you know, I've been trying to get into like screen printing, not as a business or anything, but just as a hobby. I've always found it really interesting, the whole poster making and t-shirt and all that.
Poster making, you said, like the one with Marisol?
Oh God.
No, different. That's like paper. That's like magazine cut out in glue. This is like, you know, making a screen. It's a whole way more complicated of a process.
But this is still hair, right?
We can make that happen.
Okay.
Send the image and I'll get anything done. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Great.
What books have you been reading? Yanidi wants to know.
I'm currently reading a poetry book that I picked up in San Francisco because I had just come off, and this is an honorable mention. I had just come off reading The House of Broken Angels, if anyone's familiar with it. It's by an author by the name of Luis Alberto Rea, and that has been added. That's been added to my favorite book of all time. One of my favorite books of all time. It's one in my top 3. So that's why I feel like I should mention it and recommend it. But I am reading, it's a compilation of poems. It's sitting on my nightstand. It's by Peter, I might butcher his name, Peter Kenichi Yamamoto. And it's a lot of poetry about San Francisco and just various things. It's you know, I don't know if all, but a majority of his poems all in one book that I read, you know, before I go to bed or in the morning, and I'm just trying to get familiar with what poetry is and whatnot. So it's been really good. It's quick to read, and I've really enjoyed it so far.
And let's do a couple more, then we'll close it up, guys. Valley Perez, what's your favorite genre of music?
I don't know if you've ever seen that. You know how Spotify sends you an end of the year report and they tell you who was your most listened to artist and whatnot. Apparently, I was in the top 1% of people listening to Bob Marley. In the world, the top 1% of people listening to Bob Marley in the world. What? So I'm more proud of that than I should be. I'm like extremely proud of that because I'm such a huge Bob Marley and the Wailers. Bob Marley and the Wailers fan. So I love reggae. I adore Spanish rock. I think anyone that's been on my Instagram or, you know, had a chat with me knows I love Spanish rock, especially 90s Spanish rock.
Rata Blanca.
Yeah, for like current times though, Zoe. If you've ever heard of Zoe, such an amazing band.
And then they just came out with an album earlier, like I want to say last fall. They're amazing.
Check them out.
I love jazz. I love rap, hip hop, R&B, funk. You name it. I've recently been introduced to country, and it was through, I don't know if you're familiar with Freddie Fender.
Texas Tornadoes.
I love Freddie Fender's sound, and that's kind of been my introduction to country, and you know, I've been learning more about that. But every day, I'm always willing to listen to everything. I think.
Have you ever heard of a band called Los Super 7?
No.
So when he was still alive, Freddie was in it with Los Lobos and Ruben Ramos. So they did a little bit of everything. I'm gonna send you a link.
Actually, I think I have heard of it because I had watched this PBS documentary about music. Yeah. Then I have heard of it. I maybe haven't played the music as much, but yeah, that documentary is what sent me over to listen to Freddie Fender.
Awesome, man. Good
Hey,
taste.
Paulie.
Good taste. Yes, sir.
We have a compromising question on the chat.
Sparkly?
Yep.
And that's the last question. Here we go.
Okay.
Mikey, how was it performing the kissing scene with Marisol? Oh, it was, Cree is great. And like I said, she, we're very close. So it wasn't anything awkward or weird, which was so great. It was so easy to joke about and get done. I will say it was really fun the week of, because it had been the moment everyone had been waiting for on set. And we knew we had this thing going on that the world was about to see, and we knew it was going to be the talk of the season. And so there was a lot of special energy going around. But again, she's just super professional, super cool. She's great. And that scene was done with ease, and we had waited for so long, and it was just a crucial part of the story. We were so excited to get it done.
Well, Fabi, we're almost done. When does your horror flick come out?
I have no official date yet, but I'm sure I'll be keeping everyone up to date as to when that will be dropping.
Okay, well, the Latino Slant is always your home and destination if you ever want to come and hang out. Maybe we'll even do a show with you where we just play music.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of live bands last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
sick.
had Del Castillo, who performed. They perform a lot with Robert Rodriguez in his movies. Nina Diaz, who you'd love her voice, and
I'll check Nina Diaz out.
Yeah, so that was for charity. So yeah, in the future, if there's a charity that you guys want to do, maybe for your mom's theater company, whatever it is, we would love to host you guys in the future.
Well, thank you. That's good to know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And have you started jiu-jitsu yet? Have you started martial arts?
I have not. No, I have not. It's like I would, I'd love to get back in and start doing something like that again.
I've been teaching with the mass and my students.
Oh, you have?
You get good on martial arts and get into Cobra Kai. Just, I want to see you in Cobra Kai. That will be amazing.
Cobra Kai. God, I know people adore that show, and as they should. Cholo, someone that I've known throughout my whole life, Cholo Maridueña, and we always saw each other at auditions and stuff, and he's the sweetest person. He deserves all the success and all the love. Cholo, he's so talented.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I and this is what makes Cholo and Fabricio so amazing is their range. But really, I don't know if, and no knock to Cholo or his family, God bless you guys, because I know them. I don't know if he can hit it comedically like you do, man. Because comedy's very
we wouldn't know until he tries,
Right?
And,
look at that, nice answer.
I feel like I could have said that. I could have said that about myself prior to working on Mr. Iglesias. I could have thought the same thing. Cholo, he's got a sense of humor, and he's a funny person, and he's an actor. If he's about it, I can tell you he's about it. And I'm sure he can get it done.
I'd like to see a show or something with Fabi and Cholo together.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I know they released an article or something about doing like a cast. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, something a reboot of a series, and Cholo and I they had put us in, and I thought that'd be dope. I'd love to work with Cholo. I've never gotten a chance to work with him.
Yeah.
But I've gone to events that he's hosted, and
Mhm.
I've seen him all the time, and he's super dope. If that's one person I probably wouldn't mind spending time on set with, really.
Here's some ideas. La Bamba. You and Cholo,
Oh yeah.
you guys could almost exchange the brother or Richie. Oh, you guys would be dope in that. Oh
yeah. I would.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love to do something similar. La Bamba's a precious movie. La Bamba's
That's
a
the thing
precious.
is,
I do it for personal reasons and personal
Yeah.
fulfillment, but I also know that
It's a
movie
perfect
I got
film.
so much respect
Yeah.
for. I don't know if I could know if I could go into that, but a similar story
Yeah,
to make
go
our
for it.
own classic
Yeah.
classic film. I'd totally be up to do a period piece set in the 60s or
Mm-hmm.
70s. There's so many stories within you literally can point and the Chicano studies is full of stories for days that Cholo and I could do something like that of amazing people.
You both are perfect since you are doing a vampire movie next, and you have been in a zombie movie. Something on the style of Romero. Have you ever seen a Romero movie?
George Romero, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the
George,
Living Dead.
yeah. Very old zombie movies that kind of
something like that
of the zombie genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. You two going all the way. I want to see that. That will be amazing.
Yeah, I feel like Cholo would be an amazing scene partner, and I feel like it'd be awesome to experience working with him or traveling with him or what have you. Because from what I know, he's a great person. He's always been nothing but kind to me, and again, we're two LA boys, and I'd love to see what we can get ourselves into. Yeah.
One last question, because she keeps asking over and over. What's your favorite Mexican food apart from tacos?
I specifically love my grandmother's mole.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
but only her mole. I don't like any other kind of mole. Just her mole specifically. I am very picky when it comes to tortillas. When it comes to tortillas de harina, flour tortillas, they need to be up to par with me, or a good flour tortilla. I could eat a flour tortilla with alone, and I think it's its own meal.
All right, young man, I wish you so much success. Say hello to your family for me. And I think that's it. Is there anything you want to say to anyone watching right now?
Pablito, thank you for having me on. Anyone watching, I really appreciate you joining. If you came through from my Instagram, or if you've already been here, you're supporting the show, and you've had a good time with us. I thank you for staying, and yeah, you can always keep up with me on Instagram at Fabrizio Guido, Twitter Fabrizio Guido 1, and I'll let you know when the new film is set to come out, or even chat and hit me up about the whole Speedy Gonzalez thing.
Yeah.
Tough questions we ask here. Hard hitting questions.
Yeah.
You handle it very nicely, sir.
Thank you.
Wasn't that tough?
No.
All right, mi gente. We're here. This Thursday we have a watch party of the TV show Deadwood, and then Saturdays we do bad movie reviews. So all you got to do is watch a bad movie and we review it. So hopefully you won't be in one of them.
I hope not.
That would be awkward.
Yeah, but we'll still love. Yeah, that would be awkward. All right, Fab. You have a good night. Take care, everyone. Take care, everybody.
Everyone. Bye. Cheers. See ya.
Peace.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The Slant. The Slant. All right, Paulie, let's go.